CLAT 2022 is scheduled on 19th June 2022. Now, at the time of making this video, approximately 30 days are left for your exam. Now, what you have done in last 1 year or last 2 years does not matter if you could not make the best of the 1 month that is left for you. So stay in this video and maybe I could help you figure out what could be the best course of action to utilize the next 1 month. Let's start the video. I can relate to what you people are going through at this point of time because I have gone through the same exact journey. Now, motivation and all such things may be a good thing, but in my opinion, it is not what lasts and it is not what gives us tangible results. Now, for tangible results and something that you could actually see yourself improving every single day, you need to make each of these days count, right? Whatever number of days are remaining, you need to make them count. Now, to start with, the first thing that you should emphasize is what exactly is going to be your daily habit. Now, depending upon the fact that you are a board student or you have just, completed your 12th exam and you are just going for a crash course, or you have been preparing for this exam for the last 1 year, it depends on that what exactly is going to be your approach based on the time that you are dedicating or devoting towards the CLAT exam. Now, I have always believed that habit and luck both plays a very important role in our success. But the fact about habit is that we can control it. On the other hand, luck is something that we cannot control, right? So that is why each and every day you need to make a habit that highlights your dedication, that shows your work ethic, right? I cannot imagine a CLAT topper or somebody who is going to top this CLAT exam sleeping 18 hours a day, or let's say 6 hours a day, or have that laid back attitude, I could not do something today, I would be able to do something tomorrow. Now, that is not the attitude that is going to get you into LSIU Bangalore. So if you have that attitude, you should at least consider that for the next 1 month that you are going to fully dedicate and devote for the CLAT exam. Now, every single day, how are you going to practice? Now, earlier, let's say in January this month, or, last year in December or November, you might take all the time that you need to practice a given section to develop a strategy or to develop an experience of solving those questions or applying a certain strategy that you have been taught through some or the other individual. But now is not the time to practice without time limit. So anything that you are going to practice, be it mock test, be it sectional test, even if you're randomly picking up 5 passages from any given book, what you're supposed to do is to properly put yourself under a time constraint and see how exactly are you doing it. Now, after solving, if you see that you face a certain problem in a certain question, now that is what you should use to develop a strategy or see if still there is some loophole in the strategy or the concept that you have. But you're not supposed to study only for concept at this point of time, and you're also not supposed to properly study only for developing a strategy or only for practicing, because we don't have all the time that we need. We only have 1 month. So we have to maximize our output in the given 1 month. Now, the third thing that always most of the aspirants in their Pen Ultimate month always are concerned about is the frequency of mocks that they're supposed to give. Now, the next thing that is very difficult to figure out for all the law aspirants in the last month is the frequency of mocks. How many mocks should you ideally be giving every single week in the last 1 month? Now, what I believe that is totally dependent upon your daily schedule, your strength, your weaknesses. Now, if you are confident about all these subjects and if timing or executing that in the given 2 hours frame is the only thing that you are struggling with, then I believe that you should be more frequent with your mock tests. On the other hand, if you think that your timing, your attempts, and again your accuracy with respect to mock exam is not due to how you are deciding in those given 2 hours, but it is due to the fact that you lack certain basics in certain sections. Now, if that is your issue, I believe that maybe, you should give mocks on alternate days, or maybe 3 days a week or 4 days a week. You don't need to give mock every single day, because only giving mock is not going to help you. Because just think about this, if people continue playing, if cricketers or if basketball players or any other player for that particular matter, if they continue playing the game and don't take enough time to reflect back on their performance, then how are they going to improve in the first place? What are they going to learn? What exactly are the insights that you have drawn from your mock performance in the mock that you gave just last night? So these are the things that you should really consider in order to decide the frequency of mocks, because there is nothing that I could tell you, and I have always believed that there is nothing like, one size fits all. Next thing is that your CLAT exam is going to take place between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. The next thing, and again this thing which has also bothered me a lot while I was preparing for CLAT exam, and especially in the last month, was that how am I going to distribute my time in all the 5 sections? How exactly and what exactly am I going to do? Now, for this particular thing, I believe that most of you should properly, at least at this point of time, should be able to understand that what exactly is your strength, which are these sections or subjects which are your strength, and which ones are actually your weaknesses. Now, how I see is that the first thing is that, we should not fix a time period, right? That somebody needs to study for, 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours. The duration for which you are studying is immaterial. What actually matters is the efficiency that you have. Because in the CLAT exam also, you have to become more efficient. You have to solve 18 passages, math section and GK section, and also you need to at least have enough time in your hand to properly bubble out in the entire OMR sheet, right? So we have to become efficient, right? Most of the times what I see that people study for, let's say, 10 hours, 12 hours, and even I have seen people recommending students to study for those number of hours, right? So I believe that number of hours is not something that should be in your mind on how you are going to, practice, or, the time that you're going to dedicate for the CLAT exam. It should be properly defined with respect to the outcome that you need to achieve every single day. So every single day in your mind, it should be that what exactly is the outcome that I am supposed to achieve today. And based on that outcome, you need to decide that how are you going to do it. And I believe a good way to do it is not on the day that you are going to do it, but a day prior to that. For example, let's say, I have to create a strategy for the next day. So I believe that tonight, after I have completed all my tasks and I have evaluated that what actually I planned for and what actually did I actually achieve in the entire day, based on that, I will decide that what exactly am I going to study the next day, right? So that when I actually sit to study the very next day, I don't actually end up wasting a lot of time just deciding that which subjects am I going to start with. And I believe all of you would be able to relate to this particular problem, because every single time you're very motivated that, from tomorrow, I am going to really do something very amazing and everything is going to change. You're very much motivated. Now, once you start, what you realize that which subject to even start with, right? You don't have that in your right frame of mind. So what I suggest, last day, every single day, at the end of the day, properly have a thing that, what you were supposed to achieve, what did you achieve, and what you are looking to achieve in the very next day. And depending upon that, your strategy should be there, right? Now, coming on to your strength and weaknesses. Now, you have sat in so many classes, you have studied a lot of subjects, you have given sectional tests, you have given mock tests, and I believe after going through all of this, at least you should be able to figure out that which sections are your strengths and which sections are your weaknesses. And depending upon your strength and weaknesses, you should create a strategy that how you are going to allocate different times every single day to different subjects. Last but not the least, most of you study late at night, right? And maybe you might be getting up around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or let's say afternoon, right? Now, that time your body is not habituated to be at their best between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. But on 19th June 2022, mentally and physically, you should be at your best to be able to give best in the exam that you're preparing for a very long time. So that is why what I recommend that all of you should at least be at your best between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. That is the only thing that I ask from all of you, right? Whatever be the number of hours you are putting up, depending upon, whatever you want to achieve, that is totally fine. And it depends on students to students. It is not something that is one size fits all, because everybody is at a different position when it comes to their preparation. Somebody only needs to improve their execution. Somebody is still lagging in their concepts. Somebody is still just trying to, figure out what exactly and how exactly they should read every single reading comprehension passage. So depending upon your needs, you should plan out the outcome that you should be achieving every single day. And based on that outcome, you could allocate time to all your subjects that you're going to do. And I believe that every single day, what we should do, that we should consistently practice our strengths. And again, GK is something it goes without saying that every single day you necessarily have to be consistent with. But again, when it comes to those key areas which you have identified as your weaknesses, you need to put a lot of time there, right? So like every single day, again, you have to be very consistent with your, the subjects that you are very confident about, the subjects that you consider as your, strengths, where you could, again, power play in the exam. But again, the places which are, again, the key areas which are letting you down in the exam, where you think that you could maximize or you can maximize your improvement in that particular key area. Now that is where you need to properly work, right? So that is what you need to decide. And just one thing when it comes to timing, that is that from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. every single day, you need to be at your best. And whatever goals you put yourself go through, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. you should be properly mentally awake, mentally challenged, and physically awake, and physically at your best to sit in that given exam. So that is why I recommend students, very strongly, because again, the ELAT timing is also from, 10 or 11 a.m. in the morning. Again, CLAT from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So I believe if most of you are studying late at night and waking up, in the early afternoon, I believe this is not the best practice, especially for the last month, because you cannot expect your body to perform at its best between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. when you sleep at 5 a.m. in the morning, right? Now I will keep making such videos. Now, if my videos add value to your preparation, you can like and subscribe my channel and share this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.